Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Well, we've got the stuff fused together. It's all one solid piece now, but the surface is not very flat. I think there wasn't enough down pressure to overcome the shrinkage in the plastic. Just having the voids in there from having all the particles made it so that when it shrank it wasn't flat. So, to see if I can correct that issue, just flip this over and then put the paper around the plastic and see if I can iron out that surface. This is really an awkward way of going at it, but what the heck? I'm not out anything for trying, right? Oh, just flattening out. I don't think I want to wiggle that while it's heated up. I think I want to just leave it to flatten out. I heat that side, and I heat this side. And that should cause everything to fuse together better, too. I can make this surface as flat as I possibly can. Well, I can see that it's flattening out. You can tell how the paper is kind of getting a wetted out look. Okay, I'm going to let that cool. And while that's cooling, I'm going to see if I can screw something else up. I'm just going to take this hot iron and set it on top of that piece of plastic. Not out anything because I'm just killing time while I'm waiting for the video to upload to the computer. Then once I get that done, I have to upload it to YouTube, and then I can do some more editing, and it just takes a lot of time. But most of it I spend waiting for the computer to do something. That's when I do these things. I'm down here, I got nothing else going on. Try and make use of my time. I have a fairly square blank of plastic, also a little bit warm, not terribly so, and I can still hold it as long as I don't hold it in one place too long. I think if I made this like a hinged platen so I could compress two pieces between the two irons, that would be classic. Well, and a hole protruding. These are actually two different kinds of plastic. One's a piece of plastic bag melded together, and the other is a piece of plastic bottle caps. It's actually pretty fluid. I can press that down. Uh-oh. Don't want to do that. I can press it down with a paper under it a lot better. Okay, that actually will work because that way I can make a thicker block. So if I use this, I wonder if I can form this up square. There really isn't any plan or purpose to this thing. I'm just seeing what I can do with the limits of the process. Seeing what I can do within the limits of the process. Try this now. That temperature seems to be pretty good. It doesn't burn the paper. Plastic gets fluid. Plastic allows it to be compressed, but it doesn't heat it up enough to burn the paper or cause the problems that the other stuff was. And I think having this paper in there made it so that I couldn't press it down any further. That was the reason that it became that pyramid shape, is because the paper filled the corners. So I'm not going to tack it down this time. I'm just going to let it push down in there and flow any old way it can. Still getting the pyramid shape. Well, that obviously doesn't work. Sticks to that wood something fierce. Give it a piston to drive it down in there. Heat it up and then use this weight to compress it. See how that does. That's definitely getting into the shape better. Add some more material in there. What do you think? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Put these trimmings back in there. Might as well recycle all this stuff if I can. Now I'm going to set this back on there and let it heat some more. Now there's 1,000 better ways to do this, but I got nothing better to do with my time right now.
These have holes in them, so I just welded in there, nice and clean. Don't touch it, it'll fix all that big stuff there. But so I've got Pulaski here. This is my main firefighting tool, so this is really good for chopping and rubbing, and just super handy for everything. We got a double bit here, and then a hammer. I'm always needing a hammer. Doing implements, sometimes games need a little bit of persuading and different things, so I can fix that all up there. I can put some lockers in there. And take it to the top. I interrupt this video for a very important message. Don't forget.
Well, I did get the edges all the way filled out just by pressing this stuff out flatter. Interesting effect. Now the two blocks, this one is thicker. So I'm going to use this one to make my next project. I've had this camera tripod for a long time. It was marked down to $5. Oh, $6. Still got the marking right here on the side. But the problem was, it doesn't have a way to hold the camera on it. It was designed for a specific camera shoe. And I kept thinking, oh, I should make a new camera shoe. I should, and I just never did. So now I have material with no apparent use, and I'm going to make a camera shoe out of it. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.